talking about a team, because Vipers also, by the way, chasing a domestic double. We're going to discuss a team that won its first, was it their first? I don't think so. But this year, they also won a domestic double. These are the Ndejje Elites. It's a volleyball team, the ladies volleyball team, who are 5-time Ugandan champions. They also won the National Club Championship, which is the equivalent of the Uganda Cup. And they will be representing Uganda at the Africa Women's Club Championship in Tunisia. It won't be the first time they are playing at that stage. They have been there before. I told you they have won the league 5 times, meaning on all the other 4 occasions, they have actually gone ahead to represent Uganda. Now, joining us to discuss Ndejje Elites is Ronald Chitosi. Ronald Chitosi is the head coach of Ndejje Elites. This should have been your first season, Ronnie. You went ahead and won 2 titles, the biggest titles or the most important titles in Ugandan volleyball, the National Club Championships and the National League. And because of that, you'll be coaching volleyball at the African stage for the first time. First of all, good afternoon once again and welcome on the Sports Dish.
Good afternoon, Chaze.
Yes, sir. How does it make you feel? I mean, your first season in the top flight, was it your first season?
No, it's my second season.
Your second season in the top flight, but I mean, you already have 2 championships in the bag.
Yeah, it has not been easy. It is a collective responsibility within the management, the team itself, the technical bench. It has been a teamwork. Yeah.
And of course, I know I've asked you this question before, but I'll ask you again for purposes of the audience of the Sports Dish. You're still an active player at Ndejje for the men's team, the one they call Ndejje Sharks. You're coaching the ladies.
Yeah.
And probably these ladies look at you and they're like, and stuff like that. How has it been working with these girls? Many of them, of course, with a lot of experience. Many of them have won this league title 4 times in the past and all that. But you were able to work with them and win the league title again. Yeah,
it's all about mutual respect. I do respect them and they do respect me. In the game, I inspire them because whatever I tell them to do, I can do that. So I coach by being an example, first of all. If I tell a player do 10 push-ups, I'm able to do 15. So
okay, and of course today the team was flagged off. You'll be leaving tomorrow for Tunisia for the Africa Women's Club Championships. It will be your first as a coach.
Yes.
How are you bracing yourself for this one? How are you containing the nerves?
Wow. I thank God it came on my way and I'm so delighted. It's my first time to head a team to the continental level. So I think I've made history in my clan. You understand? So I'm so delighted. I want to thank the Ndejje management for being able to facilitate us this way far. It's not easy, but they have been able to facilitate us from Cavalry to National League, then to Africa level. They have been there for us. It is not a one-man show. There are many people behind me, the technical bench, the assistant coaches, the captain, the teams, the team players. It's not a one-man show.
Coach Ronnie, for me, I'll go back to the 2 championships that you have won this season. And which one of the 2 had an easier running, or which one of the 2 did you feel less pressure trying to win?
The national championship last year in Cavalry, it is a tournament of 2 days. So you either win it in 2 days or lose it. The league runs for months. And I guess Clive, you know how the much pressure we had in the semi-finals and the finals. The league title had more pressure.
Yeah, talking about pressure, I remember that game against KCC should have been game 1 of the semi-finals. You guys lost 3-0. And I was like, these girls complacent and all that. And actually, everyone thought, including me, that KCFC might shock us and they qualify for the final. But Ndejje bounced back. They leveled the series. They won the decisive game and qualified for the finals. Coming to the finals against a Vision Volleyball Camp, still Ndejje lost game 1 against a VVC, returned, leveled the series, and eventually won the title through that decisive game. The art of coming from a game down or or the pressure of coming from a game down to level series and eventually win it. And not so many people have the ability to recover after losing the first game. You did it twice, in the semi-finals and the finals.
Yeah, we won these teams in the first round and second round. So in the game of semi-final we know the team we are going to play, and things turned around. So it opened our eyes. We went back on the drawing board. We had to polish whatever went wrong and came back strong for the semi-final. Same applies to the finals because we have ever played VVC. So we came knowing the team we are playing and they out-competed us. So every other time we had to go back on the drawing board with my technical bench and we say, guys, here we went wrong, we have to improve here. That's why in the finals we were defending more because we realized that the other team was attacking more, so we had to do the basics.
Coach, from the national championships in Kabale, how hard or how easy was it for you to keep the girls afloat and ensure that they understand that they have another championship to win?
Before the season started, we had our team target. By the way, being double champions was one of our targets. And because of COVID, players went home, and you know well, we are in a university. So when we got the invitation for national championship, we called them back in camp, and we did enough training for that. We trained specifically for national championship because there was no any other engagement.
And coach, now that you are taking it a little bit a notch higher, because you are going to face all different level of competition on the continent, what are your targets as a coach?
My target is to beat the past record, because I remember the 3 times we have represented. Our record we were 8th the last time, so we want to beat that target.
And talking about the records, the previous records, because have not been so good, although not disastrous. How much, in terms of picking a leaf, have you tried to go back and then look at how they are competing and the shortcomings that the team faced in the competition? Yeah,
we've been watching the previous games. We played at the continental level. And in the team now we have like 4 players who have played those games before. So the experience is there. We are just going to embark on that and nurture these younger players so that we are good to go.
Well, you talk about the experience. Of course, the team has the experience because you have players who even played in the first games that were in at Antananarivo, I think that was in 2013. Jessica Kaidu, Belinda, Mwamula Morin, and Christine Alupo, and all that. But over the years, of course, not only Ndejje, but also all the other teams that have tried to represent Uganda have not really been that impressive at that stage. What do you think we always don't get right when we are playing the other clubs on the continent?
Yeah, the other clubs, I guess they are so much well facilitated. They are always ready for these games, not like us in Uganda. You realize that these teams, if it's an international engagement, case in point in Rwanda, they can go ahead and pick, almost they take a national team. To represent the country
as a club,
which is not the case in Uganda. I guess that's why they are out competing us.
Then the other, of course, one would want to know that at that level, abachala bakuba emipiira bagiyita mikasa. So this time round, Ndejje University, of course, you've told us how you've been watching the previous games and trying to correct a few issues here and there so that you beat your previous performance, which was finishing 8th. Finishing 8th means actually that you qualified out of the group stages and then qualified for the quarterfinals. But then that's why you play the classification games, and meaning if you don't win any of the classification games, you finish 8th out of the 8 teams that qualified for the quarterfinals. But you've hinted about the professionalism at that level and all that. Do you think we are ready to actually put up a show that can put us on the same wavelength like most of those other teams, especially the teams from the Arab countries and those from West Africa?
Yeah, I guess I believe in my team we are ready because we have tried to beef up the team with another power attacker from Vision, that's Kathe Ainembabazi. So we are good to go.
Well, your final remarks as we let you go. I know you guys are leave tomorrow afternoon, but your final remarks. You have an opportunity to even send greetings to Abari Wakasis. You're the first in the family to win a domestic double. And you'll be coaching on the African Club Championship for the first time.
Yeah, I will do. First of all, I want to thank the Almighty God for bringing us far to this point, and I want to salute all my mother, my wife, my son. Thank you for supporting me, and Ndejje management. I can't forget the technical bench that I'm coaching with, and the all players of Ndejje University Elites. I salute you all.
You can tell us, I mean, the coaches you're working with, people would want to know. Yeah, we just watched the Vipers coach there coming with his entire backroom staff in the press conference to thank them.
Yeah, if it was possible, we would be all here, but because of other engagements, they're in Old Kampala setting up for a training session, last training session before we leave. So I'm working with Waguma Sadat, Chiwenyi Tadeo, Emma Kato, they're all behind me.
Well, thank you very much, Ronnie, and we wish you all the best of luck. Ronald and Ndejje Elites, the entire group, will be living with one of our colleagues. I think I can now burst the bubble. They will be living with one of our colleagues, Emanzi Ndiamuhachi. Yeah. So for the entire duration of the competition, Emanzi will be in Tunisia, and he will be bringing us first-hand information of how the team is performing, but also how the tournament is going on in general. But thank you very much for joining us. We'll go out for a breather, and we'll return after these messages.